What's up, gamers? It's time for some more Dicey Dungeons. It has been a little bit of a while. Entirely my fault, but entirely my fault for different reasons. The first reason was I got sick, quite sick for quite a period of time. But then the second reason was after I mostly healed from being ill, I decided to come back and record some episodes. Dicey Dungeon, had a really good time. Played the episode for the Thief, I think the fourth one, the elimination round, and then succeeded at the elimination round for the robot. Then I decided to upload the files, and I dragged the files from my recording workshop straight to the recycle bin and emptied it, and then went, okay, cool, those are online now. So, wait, what did I just do? My brain blue screened and I just straight up deleted a bunch of episodes. So I feel worse about that than you probably do. So there's no need to say, hey, Rabs, that was a dumb thing to do, because, man, I was real mad at me about it. But we'll be trying to redo those. I'm not going to be so sad if I don't end up completing the robots elimination round, because I have unlocked the following ones. But I will definitely be trying to do it. Speaking of trying, let's try and do the elimination round for the Thief. Thanks for joining me on another round of Dicey Dungeons. Tonight, let's give a big round of cruelly mocking laughter for our miserable contestant. Alright, immediately up to the slime. Now, one of the things that I want to do with the... Ooh, hang on. Just quickly turn Flux off. No, Flux isn't even on. Never mind. I'm just oversensitive to the dimming of the color. So one thing that I am going to particularly want to do here is try and use Crowbar and a bunch of cooldown abilities, just because I think that's one of the strongest builds that the Thief has. Split that in two, add some poison, do 3 damage. So in the elimination round, all of our enemies' equipment is upgraded. We have, what, I think it's 10%, sorry, they also have 10% extra HP. And what is the final thing? 10% extra HP, enemies' equipment is upgraded, and actually I think it might just be those two. Let's get that in 2, and ooh, beautiful. Not too bad a fight. Got our unlucky roll ready for the next. Lovely. So let's try and get the early staff would be really good. Like the ability to deal damage on a cooldown is really important. Snake Eye Charm being offered to us early though. So that's like the other Thief build, seems to be manipulating to get a really large amount of 1s or 2s, like quite low value die, and then using them in reusable equipment. I'm not honestly a huge fan of it, but if that's what's on offer, that's what's on offer. Damn. Alright, I might actually need to unlucky roll desperately here at the end. I hate that. Yeah, I have to. Ooh, no. Right? No. If that split into a 3, right? A 3 and a 2. I would have been able to trigger the ray gun once with the 3 and then put 3 damage through with the dagger, but because that didn't happen, I'm going to need to roll extra. That's a shame. I was really hoping that I was going to be able to carry that through. Stereo Head is actually like really terrifying. Sneezy's also absolutely mortifying in this mode with the upgraded equipment. Dryad, not so much, so I think I'll go for that, hoping that there's some physical damage dealing equipment directly behind. Ooh. Good. good pickup. Oh, God. That's really annoying. The hope is that the Dryad doesn't get to perfectly activate both things on the same turn. Clearly, we didn't really get that. I don't really want to focus on poisoning the enemy because that's not actually a particularly good usage of our damage. Oh. Fine. I was really hoping for a 3 and a 2 there. You know what? I definitely should have unlucky rolled in the previous one. It definitely would have refreshed in time. I think I might just end up dying here to the Dryad. But at the very least, that will help reinforce that, hey, you have to fight the Dryad in a specifically different way. And try and be much more active with my usages of the unlucky roll. Yeah, also, the Dryad has rolled ridiculously every turn. Can we just, like, for real, though? This is something I've been experiencing in every elimination round. It feels like the enemies can't roll 1s or 2s. Bit rough, that stuff. Let's give a big hand to the thief, who is so strangely proud of being clever and unpleasant. Do you think he minds the times so much cleverer and so many times more unpleasant? We need some aggressive equipment early. Like, literally, I just want to pick up some damage dealer. Any of it. I'm going to repeat the next attack just to split this twice with the lockpick. Trying to get effects that I can use in the dagger, but constantly getting not great ones. Just bad splits through and through. And now we get severely punished. Well, I say punished, but kind of imply that I had something I could have done. Goodbye to the wolf puppy. Hey, it's you. Can you give me a pat? I promise I won't bite all your hand off. I still would. I can spare a couple fingers to pat a dog. Ooh, pea shooter. Pea shooter is interesting as a cooldown piece of equipment because it's reusable. So if you invest like a 5 and a 5 into a crowbar, then you can trigger pea shooter 2 times. And pea shooter upgrades to do 4 damage individually in a half space as well. It seems like a reasonable thing to add into a crowbar build. So now we're hoping for like staff and crowbar as 2 of our next things. I'm gonna unlucky roll because I'm definitely gonna be taking damage. Or rather, definitely gonna be taking enough damage. Sweet. When I said definitely, what I meant is I'm not gonna be taking enough damage, so it's not a problem. Stop doing that! Always the worst result. 3 and a 2, please. Well, never mind. I will be taking enough damage here to actually refresh that unlucky roll. I don't like how kind of like variably difficult the thief can be based on how your lockpicks go. That's something I've not particularly enjoyed about a lot of the thief starts I've had. Dine, bounce. Baby squid, sticky hands. Sticky hands is good in that I can get 2 gold from that fight. But I'm gonna have difficulty with the Dryad. I'm gonna go for the baby squid here first. Even, +1 for 2 usages a turn. Beautiful. Baby Squid will probably still damage me pretty significantly here. Just because the Baby Squid rolls 2 evens and I have already basically recharged my unlucky roll. I don't know if blinding the enemy's die does almost anything to them. They don't seem to be significantly affected by it. That was a 5 that split into a 3 and a 2. Beautiful. Thank you, game. I will actually appreciate you when you do the thing. I'm not in the business of ignoring the positives and hyper-focusing on the negatives. I try and take my time to appreciate that variance is many varied. Ugh, another armor's garbage. I actually probably shouldn't have healed there. But that said, like, I heal after this fight anyway, and Sticky Hands is not going to damage me. So. Stole 2 gold from me. Well done. I'm not going to be able to damage him in time. There is no way in which I would have had the capability to kill Sticky Hands here. I've not been offered a weapon that would allow me to do it. Oh, come on. That's a little bit frustrating. There's just no way that... Oh! Yeah. Come on. If you actually roll like a couple more ones, maybe. Ah! Why? Is it always the worst split? Yeah. You're getting away. That's really, really frustrating, especially because the shop is directly behind here. Yep, peace. How dare. Yeah, 4 and 1. Yeah, you know what? I could have called it. I probably should have done as well. This run's actually probably already doomed based off of that, because I'm not going to be able to pick up, like, aggressive equipment that I need. And it's not like you can have a bad start in the elimination round and then pull it back. Do not work like that. Turn I protect myself from damage, you decide not to hit me. That makes sense. I know the enemy is strong against poison, but I don't have damage myself, so I still kinda gotta use theirs. Can I not get poison slingshot again, please? Never mind. May as well have not wasted the breath asking. I'm gonna leave this floor with barely any edge. You constantly give me the poison slingshot where Venus Flytrap is incredible for me. Game, what's your problem with me today? Because you clearly have one. Do you quarrel, sir? Hey, there's the crowbar. Sweet. Can't buy a counterfeit or a bump. One short of buying anything there, in fact. Alright, fight the bully, pick up something for a 3, upgrade the crowbar. Maybe a staff for a 3 would be really good. This enemy deals a ridiculous amount of damage, so 1 into the leather armor, definitely. But it also means that I can deal with having the unlucky rollout early. Yeah, now I get a 3-3 split. When I don't need it because I have the fists. Alright, game. You really ought to go for those fists occasionally, bud. They're pretty useful.
I'll be back, and I got plenty more rocks where they came from. Which is here, in the underground dungeon, full of rocks.
Thank you for your input. Despite the fact that it's ruined my voice to a ton. Not entirely healed from my illness, as you can probably tell. My voice does not sound, as it always does. Hey, there's the staff, but it's slightly too expensive. We can get a first aid kit, though. First aid kit on Crowbar seems correct. The only problem is then I can't afford the staff. Ugh! Game! You gotta stop dicking me over. It's not cute anymore. So what? I have to fight the wizard. Look, if I don't take this, like, it's the defensive option that's worthwhile in the Crowbar build. So I have Crowbar, Pea Shooter, First Aid Kit. I don't get Staff, which is really difficult because it means I don't deal damage in this build yet. At all. These are going to be slow-going fights. Alright. Gotta get that upgraded. Just getting ready to first aid kit. So the enemy is going to freeze all of my die. That's fine, right? It's not too bad. Oh! I'm really glad they did that rather than the burn spell. That would have been really annoying. Dodge next attack is incredible for us. Oh, sorry. Should have lockpicked. That's my bad. Dodged. Thunderspell. Alright. Let's split this. And we got the 4 for the Thunderspell. Excellent. So we'll waste a 1 on a dagger, 4 for the Thunderspell. 5 into the crowbar. 3 of your pieces of equipment is shot. Really? You're still gonna be scaling? It's a bold move, I'll say. Gonna go for the kill. Haunted Jar is gonna be really rough. Because we're incredibly, incredibly slow in our fights, poison enemies are the worst thing that we can be fighting. If we end up losing this run, I'll probably try and do another one. I'm setting up to blight the enemy in a bit. So that'll be constantly at a 1, so I need the enemy to get poisoned next turn. That is to say, I need their piece of equipment that allows me to poison. Perfect. Yeah, leather armor does nothing in this fight either. Keeping myself constantly healed with the first aid kit is incredibly important in this crowbar build. It's just I still don't think it's going to be viable ultimately. Yeah, especially with the doublings. That does less damage than I could have dealt on that turn, but it gets me closer to the heal. Enemy's strong against poison, though. Final unlucky roll, then. And then just go straight for the kill, then. Alright, we managed to make it the way through the Haunted Jar fight. Did not honestly expect that to happen. That said, I've lost out on 2 experience because the sticky hands ran away, so I'm not going to be able to get to the full level by the end of this run. Last stands. Look, I'm not using leather armor. Fine, I'll put a last stand in there. Ideally, it'll never help me. Yeah, we're screwed. We needed like an upgrade to hit the pea shooter as we entered this floor to have any chance. It's really frustrating because this build is so good defensively. It has everything I wanted in it and in the right orders. Just not having the ability to kill that pickpocketer completely screwed us. Am I complaining too loudly about what's a really good build? Thanks for the double sixes, bud. You know what? No, I think that kind of confirms it. Not that good. There we go. So we can get out of this battle pretty efficiently. All right, trade's gonna have to be real good. Fine. Try and have that save us. Yeah, I'm going straight for the Kraken just so that I can get to another shop, see if we can pick up something. Cursed Enemy is really good. Okay, that kind of seems correct. No blinding me. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted the curse to hit as well. Crowbar. Crowbar. You can see why I like the crowbar build, right? You get so much impact. But just like this with a staff. So that I'm actually dealing damage while I'm doing it all. I think using Overwhelm whenever I have it available is going to be pretty important here. Fine, I guess. Yeah, the enemy's building up that overwhelm. Very slowly. They don't appear to be focusing as a priority. Right. Even. And then... Hell yeah, we can even get the catastrophe off as well. That turn could have been significantly worse. Taking no hits like a clean bong. Perfect. Yeah. I shouldn't have put that first in there. I knew that I should have gone for lockpick first. Yeah, it was just poorly handled on my part. Yeah, the fact that they just, like, ignore blind and play their turn out naturally is... I don't know, a little bit frustrating. So Overwhelm is actually not keeping its counter for us. That's really, really abnormal. All other, like, countdown and cooldown equipment that I've encountered that you steal from the enemies will persist in its counter over the course of the fight. But here the enemy's Overwhelm is growing, and I've used mine like 5 times, and it's not. Yeah, we're just dead. Enemy only has to, like, tap Overwhelm twice this turn. We're extremely deceased. Yeah. Still incapable of growing over time. Okay, we survived 2 Overwhelms this turn at least. Alright. Oh, that's really bad. Thankfully, that didn't get failed. Alright, are we dead? Oh, that's a big old yes. Yep. In particular, that pickpocket at exactly that time is why we lost. I feel pretty comfortable saying if we had have been able to kill that pickpocket, that we would have won. Every other piece of equipment came down exactly as I wanted it. That's a real shame. Well, we'll be giving that another go in the future. And, in particular, the robots elimination episode in the next. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Dicey Dungeons. There's a playlist in the script down below with all my content on the game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.